Today we're going to play a game. It's called Troll or Legit. We're going to show you an account, and I'm going to account review it like I normally would. I'm going to tell it how to be fixed, but we're going to show you some other things along the way that might make you a little suspicious as to whether this account is real or not. Now, the point of today's video is not to tell you whether it is a troll. That's your decision. It's basically just a journey. We have a level 222 VIP 8 account with 75 gems. The Mid-Autumn event isn't even fully done with gems. We actually haven't got a lot. And instead, we actually spent a ton of gems in the mysterious chest. Look at that! We've got to spend 3,000 gems here, which could have been 3,000 gems spent elsewhere. Not quite sure why we've done it like this. Also, take a look at these heroes. We have ourselves a Tree of Origin 3 Drake, Tree of Origin 3 on Kiramaru. Both are homeowners. We have a Carry, we have a Vulcan, we have a Mockman, we have a Flora, a Rogan, an Ignis. And then we've got some heroes that aren't quite fully upgraded. We've got a Gloria at E3, we've got an E2 Home Jung, a 10-star Elena, and then out of frickin' nowhere, a 9-star Giant Killer skill damage block A-tier Jar. Ta-da! Is this melting your brain yet? Or did you not quite notice that there's also an 8-star Lord of Fear Aspen? Now, this might be raising your suspicions as to why on earth there's an 8-star Lord of Fear Aspen here. Well, I was suspicious too. So I took a look at our progress. Somehow we've got to 1-3 in Void Campaign, and I also took a look at some progress we've made in the Glory Challenge as well. We've got and upgraded a hero's skill to Noble at some point in the past, which then made me think, right, let's check the sublimations. And you can see we've got a full active, a full basic, and quite a fair bit on passive 2 and passive 3. 1,800 Master's Toolboxes, which means our lovely homeowner on Kiramaru and Drake aren't actually getting that much stuff when it comes to the Master's Toolboxes. Well, it's probably because we've spent so much that we don't actually need those Master's Toolboxes because we've ran out of other resources. That's exactly the case here. Now, for having a Drake here and an on Kiramaru here, that's going to cost 2,000 gems to undo. 2,000 gems we don't have. And the owner of the account said they built the on Kiramaru and the Drake so that they could do the Glory Challenge. If you take a look at our spiritual essence, though, we have 1.2 million, so maybe we didn't even need to do the Glory Challenge. And to go and look at any evidence of mail, I see nothing here at all, so we can't even see if that's the truth. But either way, how would you help an account like this? What's the general advice? Well, let's build some bloody Transcendence Heroes, mate. And for that, you're going to need an Aspen. But, of course, because we went ahead and were doing the Glory Challenge, our Aspen copies are just going to be lying around, right? Wrong. We've got a 6-star Aspen and no Aspens in sight. Not a single 5-star hero anywhere. And when you look for chests, they're gone too. So we can't even build an Aspen. If you want to go ahead and look at the Gate of the Void and go to the Compass and Transcended, we don't even have a core. And Elena, for some reason, is the hero we've chosen, which shows an intent to build Elena. Which was probably the choice because he probably already had all of his Aspens. And just somehow in some drunken fever dream or intentional trolling has got rid of the Aspens. Now, I'm not quite sure what that means, but if you go ahead and take a look at the auction house in the transactions, we did successfully get ourselves a, got ourselves an Elena. It says also we've sold an Awakened Vesa at 110. So the story gems we got from the Vesa were used to go ahead and get Elena. We then obviously destroyed that Elena and used the remaining story gems we had to go ahead and do a few Awakens. So a lot of people in chat were thinking, hang on a second, is this an Awakening farm? Is that what we're dealing with right now? Is this just an account that goes ahead and awakens heroes and that's all it does? Maybe. If you go ahead and take a look at the achievements, we have done a whopping 359 awakens. And to go ahead and roll an A tier, well, that means he probably succeeded, right? Well, it's still funny that we've got some D's and E's just lying around. I guess that could be contract story gems. But I guess maybe he just got really lucky. He went ahead and destroyed that Elena, got himself an A Jar. Maybe that's what happened to the Aspens. Maybe they were all awakened in hopes we'd get an Aspen to A tier, and it seemed when he ran out of hero copies, he thought, screw it, I'll throw it on a Jara, and that's when he high rolled. Maybe. Or maybe he's just serious. Maybe he has just pulled a Jara, got an A tier, and he's ready to go ahead and make some progress. Either way, what would I do with an A tier Jara on an account like this? I would recommend to anybody, free to play or not, if you go to the auction house, I'd probably sell that Jara. And Jaras don't sell for very much, unfortunately. They're not extraordinary heroes when it comes to their value. They're not very popular, and you'd be lucky to get about 8,500 starry gems for this. Either way, it's a pretty decent sale. It's some starry gems on your account, and either you can continue making this a starry gem farm, awakening heroes as you please, or you can go ahead, cash out those starry gems, and buy some B tier heroes to go ahead and improve this account. That's what I would do. I'd have a decent B tier on Lord of Fear Aspen. I'd aim eventually, when you get to 5 million Crystals of Transcendence, build another one. Let's get ourselves a Halora and build this account smart. If you look at the heroes we actually have here, it is the backbone of an Aspen account. You can see where Aspen was once the main homeowner. We have Rogan to support, we have Ignis to energy feed, we have a Mockman, a Carry, an Onkiramaru, and a Drake. All obvious tenants for an Aspen. So of course, I think this account was once an Aspen account that was an Aspen main, and he used that to go ahead and make a ton of progress. And I think if he wants advice for how to improve this account, that's exactly what you should go back and do. But unfortunately, you got rid of all your 5-star Aspen copies, so you need to go and get them back before you do that. Just seems very silly. And what's the point of building heroes just to farm? Well, to make progress, actually, guys. If you look at the Soul Temple, what you want to do is go ahead and complete these little missions here to move this tracker up to get yourself a free awaken. Maybe that's what he was doing. Who knows? It's your decision to make, not mine. Is it a troll? I don't know. Smells like one, though. Either way, if you had this account myself, and I was going to go ahead and make some progress, I would, of course, first things first, get yourself some bloody soul symbols, mate. They've disappeared. You haven't got any. Not even sure if we can get some. If I go to the Mid-Autumn Celebration, have you gone ahead and bought them from the event already? He has. This guy freaking bought soul symbols and used them. Why? Maybe it was so he could make his account look like a mess like this to get featured in a YouTube video. Or maybe, just maybe, he wanted to make it even more impossible to fix. Probably. Although, soul symbols are going to be what we need, because we're going to need 5 of them to get rid of this Onkiramaru, 5 of them to get rid of this Drake. You have to then rebuild those heroes. By the way, they already have attack stones, so it's going to be a shame to see those go bye-bye. They were probably once good tenants in their time. But if you can't get rid of them, you're not going to get your resources back. Without those resources, you won't have a Lord of Fear Aspen, a Tree of Origin 5. You won't be able to get yourself a Halora at Tree of Origin 5. And for Stellar Shards, we don't even have that many. We ran out. 3,600. So that's a shame. So folks, bit of a weird account. I want to go check the guild. Do we have guild tech? Huh. It's pretty suspicious. Got some internal rings done. Not even completed on Mage. You'd think an account that's, you know, as old as this one, level 222, we'd probably have a bit more established guild tech. We don't. Let's check the store. What have we bought? A lot of 5-star heroes. And a Vesa. Interesting. Vesa is a potential Transcendence hero. In fact, surprised he hasn't bought the Aspen. Why am I saying It's because maybe he just buys hero copies from here to awaken them. I've seen accounts get absolutely screwed up during awaken events. Maybe that's what happened. Guild tickets? Let's go see. How many have we purchased? Let's go have a look at the guild ticket shop. We bought 1 today. That's nice. Exactly 0, which means I'm guessing he used his guild coins to try and get this to the perfect total. Intriguing. Let's go check the guild treasure train. Okay, he's got a lot of resources here, so he has been investing in the Adventurous Guild for some reason. You know, it would be my instinct here to not do that and actually focus on your guild tech. The guild settlement, neutral, neutral, friendly, 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 intimate, 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 revered, revered. We're getting something. Some guild coins are coming through. Now, it is worth mentioning that the upgrades we currently have for our sublimation are kind of perfect for making Aspen have a full active skill and then giving him a little bit in his passives, right? We go 2 upgrades in passive 2, 2 upgrades in passive 3, and then I suppose you could upgrade the basic if you wanted to. So that's fine, right? This account actually can make a pretty decent Aspen if it wanted to. You could make a ton of progress with that Aspen as well. If you take a look at the artifacts real quick, we've got ourselves Melodic Strings, we've got a Rudy Scepter, we've even got a Transcendence Flag Glittery for when we do get a Transcendence Tenant, and we've got ourselves an AMB and a Demon Bell. And at some point, that Aspen was doing pretty good on this account. That Aspen was pretty excellent. You can already tell from the fact that we have attack on the Drake and the on Kiramaru that he had focused his tenants. In fact, even Carry has attack, and that actually demonstrates an awareness that you do need attack on your stones. Yeah, we ended up with attack HP on Mockman, but you know, no one's perfect. If you look at the Aspen Dungeon, even then at some point we went in here with the Aspen. We managed to get to Purgatory 22. That's not terrible. It actually means he's used this Aspen to some great success. So that's curious. As well, if you go ahead and look at his previous Transcendence Heroes, at some point there was a Vesser on this account, there was a Sword Flash on this account. We've got an Aspen here too. That means in the time that this account has existed, there's been some Transcendence experimentation. So how come we've been able to go ahead and use 3 different Transcendence Heroes on this account, but weirdly, we don't even have enough to own 2 Transcendence Heroes? In fact, we're just getting close to it now. I don't know. It means we've either not been playing optimal or something weird's been going on. If you go ahead and check the challenges, though, it kind of gives some insight into that. Because if I scroll down and you take a little look, we're only 114 in the Realms Gate. That's a bit of a shame, considering how old this account is. And if you look, we've never, ever got 90% or above in Chaos in the Void Arc. That means we've never made it to Sector 6 and actually fully cleared the map. That means either we do not care at all about it, or something fishy's going on. In fact, we've never even made it past Depth 4 in the Tower of Dreams. But, I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, he's just got a Lord of Fear Aspen. Maybe he's a bit poopies. But you can see other awards here. We actually haven't even used that many Calls of Transcendence. But that's a heck of a lot of Awakens. So, suspicious. Did he feed the Trans Hero? I don't think you can feed away Transcendence Heroes. Not to a point where you get rid of your crystals. I've never seen that happen in all my time. I don't even know if that's possible. Then again, you can feed Transcendence puppets, so maybe you can. Maybe that's what's happened. Maybe we fed a bunch of Transcendence Heroes. Who knows? So, is this a troll? Is it not? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. But generally, I think this account has nothing to worry about when it comes to making progress. It does already have the backbone of a Lord of Fear Aspen account. You can see all the progress that could have been here. And selling that Jara is actually just going to give us good tenants, whether it's for the Aspen right now, give him a good B copy, or whether you want to get it for the Halora and the Elena later down the line. That's completely fine. So what I'd go ahead and suggest is, if this account wants to make progress, bring Aspen back, get tons of power, bring your tenants back in like you already had them. You know what you're doing. You know how to make this Aspen sing. And with him, you'll make some progress, and you'll be just fine. Once Halora comes on here too, that's going to help you make even more progress. In fact, an Aspen and a Halora together on a good enough account definitely can go ahead and beat Chapter 1. In fact, I'm in the process of doing that right now on the Diamond series. So if you want to see a Lord of Fear Aspen and a Halora work together to clear Chapter 1, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and check out the latest episodes of the Diamond series. And soon, we'll have Chapter 1 beat. Until then, though, guys, obviously, stick around for more uploads. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this account, and I will see you in the next one. Either way, have a good week, look after yourselves, and of course, happy island.